Hello world, my name is General and this is episode 7 of Tech Conclave, the Global Geek News Patrol. Here are the top news headlines handpicked from the Geekosphere. Apple announces release of iPhone 3GS and iPhone OS 3.0. New MacBook Pros, cheaper and faster. Apple to ship Snow Leopard in September. Check out the highlights of E3 2009. And for Geek of the Week, we have Michael Bowie of Brisbane, Australia. Apple unleashed big news in a keynote speech during the opening of its annual Worldwide Developers Conference held this year at Moscone West, San Francisco from June 8 to 12. Here's the news about the new iPhone 3GS and iPhone OS 3.0 that comes with it.
On June 8, Apple introduced the new iPhone 3GS at the Apple Worldwide Developer Conference 2009. Apple highlighted this version of the iPhone to be the fastest and most powerful version of the iPhone to date. The iPhone 3GS has a new processor built in which makes the iPhone 3 times faster than the previous generation. It also has a new 3-megapixel camera to support autofocus, auto exposure, auto white balance, special macro, and low light mode, which make the iPhone photography ideal at any time and any place. The iPhone 3GS will be able to record videos at 30 frames per second with on-device editing capability. Other features include the iPhone 3GS water and odor resistance, integrated magnetic compass, and voice control. The most important new improvement with the iPhone 3GS is the increased battery life. Users will now enjoy up to 12 hours of talk time on 2G and 5 hours on 3G, with up to 300 hours of standby time. The new iPhone 3GS will hit shelves on June 19th with a price of $199 for the 16GB version and $299 for the 32GB version. Ineligibility upgrade will need to shell out at least $399 to get the new iPhone 3GS version. Apple has lowered the price of the iPhone 3G to $99. The company also announced the release of the iPhone 3.0 OS on June 17th. With the new OS, users will enjoy services such as Find My iPhone, which tracks your phone if they get lost, the ability to rent or purchase movies and audiobooks, new version of Safari, and many more. Jonathan Escobar, Tech Correspondent, Sarasota, Florida.
Customers can now select between 3 different MacBook Pro notebooks as Apple decided to include its 13-inch MacBook as part of its MacBook Pro line. We have a report from Richard Craig about this.
Hello, this is Richard with the Tech Conclave Tech Correspondent from Cumbria, the UK. I'm here to talk to you about the new MacBooks that Apple released at the WWDC conference in, this year, over the past few weeks. Now they've bumped up the white MacBook. They've generally refreshed the entire MacBook line. The white MacBook is now the only MacBook. As for the 13-inch aluminium MacBook, it has now been newly dubbed the MacBook Pro, as they've now added a FireWire 800 port, a SD card reader, and the name Pro to the bezel. The 15-inch MacBook Pro has also got an SD card reader, and the 17-inch MacBook Pro still remains that Express 34 slot. All of the MacBook Pros have had a few, if not major, updates as specs. The MacBook Air has now had a huge price drop in which you can now get a solid-state drive at an affordable price. Go check them out on apple.com or Apple UK, depending on where you are in the world. This is Rick with the Tech Conclave, and thank you.
Apple has announced at its annual Worldwide Developers Conference that Snow Leopard, Apple's next major operating system update, will be available in September this year. It will cost only $29 for current Leopard users and $49 for a family pack. Snow Leopard's general system requirements include a Mac computer with an Intel processor, 1GB of memory, 5GB of free disk space, DVD drive for installation, and an internet connection for some other features. To those of you who want to upgrade to Snow Leopard once it becomes available, the benefits are support for Microsoft Exchange 2007, smaller hard drive and RAM footprint, which means faster installation, support for up to 16 TB of RAM, Grand Central Dispatch, QuickTime X, Open Computer Language or OpenCL, various user interface improvements, and many more. This year's Electronic Entertainment Expo or E3 was held at LA Convention Center from June 2 to 4. We have Dimitri to show us the highlights of this event.
E3 was not as disappointing as it was last year, as Wii Fit came out and Wii Music, and they were the highlights of the event. They weren't that special, but this year the event was spectacular, as not only game developers announced new games like Assassin's Creed 2, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Left 4 Dead 2, and some non-sequels like Alan Wake, but the console manufacturers announced new revolutionary controller systems, like Sony using the iToy and a sensitive controller to allow you to have pinpoint accuracy, and Nintendo doing similar things with Motion Plus, but Microsoft announced a totally new revolutionary system of you being the controller inside the game. Basically, a camera is pointing at you under the TV and it basically scans your movement and you can be the character in the game, which seems to be quite an exciting concept. So I'm pretty excited about seeing these new products on the market. Hopefully they'll be out by Christmas, and I'm quite excited to maybe try them out if I get the updated consoles by then. So, this is Dimitri Alexeyev reporting from Chester, United Kingdom for Tech Conclave. Back to you, John.
Our Geek of the Week for episode 7 is Michael Bowie from Brisbane, Australia. Who is Michael Bowie as a geek online and offline?
Okay, offline I work as an IT consultant, and I also do some part-time work as like a pizza delivery boy. It lets me listen to my music and just relax. And online I am also known as The Roundup. I do a lot of YouTube videos and kind of review local bands and music. And getting into music, I'm actually first starting in a band now. I've set up a MySpace for them. They're called Bliss the Beatle. And if you go myspace.com/Bliss the Beatle band, you can find us. We're also on Facebook if you just search up Bliss the Beatle.
What do you think of Tech Conclave, Tech's news show, and what do you want to say to our viewers?
I just wanted to say to everyone, it's been really cool talking to you on the forums, so the people that watch this show definitely sign up, and there's a lot of activity and actual different kind of subjects that I haven't normally seen on most other tech forums. So check it out, and I'll hopefully see you on there. I'm known as The Roundup. You can follow me on Twitter, and you can also follow our band on Twitter as well. It's Blister_Beatle.
Thanks, Michael. This is Gerardo Velasco, Tech correspondent, Harvard, California.
To all Tech Conclave viewers, I'd like to inform you that I will try to make Tech Conclave a weekly show, and that will start next episode 8, which is expected to be released next week. And just in case you haven't figured it out, we have a new microphone sponsored by Brad of techwebcast.info. He's from Melbourne, Australia, and here the microphone is Behringer C-1U, and it sounds good. At least now I'm not wearing headphone around my neck anymore. If you have questions, suggestions, or comment about this episode, email me at techconclave@gmail.com or chat with me live through our live chat page in our website at www.techconclave.com. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Please subscribe and support Tech Conclave, and always remember, it's good to be a geek.
Reoccurring rash touchdown.